Hey there, guys. I'm coming on here solo because I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while with Leanne, and with our busy schedules, we just can't find the time to. I mean, it's just crazy. We literally cannot find like even just 20 minutes out of our day that like syncs up to be able to just kind of record a conversation that we have, but we should start just recording because Leanne and I talk like several times a day, and usually in the morning we do like a powwow, and they're usually really good conversations. A lot of times it's just kind of catching up on, the patient that one of us had just seen and what's going on with her. And that kind of brings me to this topic of just women and their self-worth and their self-love. And it's just a topic that's something that's so important when you're trying to have a baby. I'm not saying that every woman suffers or struggles with, their self-worth or their self-love. But a lot of times they do. I think just because they've been going through, these infertility challenges for months, years, and it just strips away of feeling good about yourself. Or sometimes there's women that go into it and have these foundational issues anyway. And that can really kind of block any kind of success. If you really think about it, if your foundation is not strong and you're not really working on that yet, you can build something on kind of like a rocky foundation, but eventually when you try to keep putting things on top of it, it's going to crumble. So if you're trying to get pregnant and you kind of know off the bat that you have some issues that you feel like deep down inside you want to work on, or that you need to work on, but maybe in your mind you think that once I have a child, that kind of will go away. I'll feel like I belong. I'll feel more secure. I'll feel more safe. I'll be happy. You name it. And if that's kind of your mindset going into this, then there's something that definitely needs to be worked on before you embark on the journey. Just to kind of like an example is myself. Years ago, I went through a pretty bad breakup. Was living with someone, was together with him for 5 years, thought that we were going to get married, and just kind of, in my mind at the time I was blindsided, but kind of looking back, I realized that there were, cracks in our relationship, but regardless, he ended the relationship, basically said, because we had talked about marriage and kids, and, we were going in that direction. And he basically told me, I do want to get married, but it's not to you. And if that doesn't shake somebody's core, I don't know what would. But luckily, the thing that really saved me was I went on this spiritual retreat by myself. Took a solo trip, a couple days at up the coast of Massachusetts, and then met a friend in the Canyon Ranch in the Berkshires, and spent 3 days there, basically soaking in all of the spiritual health. And at that time, I wasn't really into like spiritual energy. And, now that I'm Reiki certified, I've really have grown a huge belief in just, healing people energetically, and that can heal things physically, but a huge thing is like the spiritual mental aspect that I really enjoy helping people accomplish, because I think that a lot of that plays a part into physical ailments. Anyway, so went on that journey and really healed myself spiritually, but really worked on my self-worth at the time. And I came out of there just guns a-blazing, like literally had so much more belief in just my self-worth and what I deserved in life and the partner I deserved. And one of the things was that I really wanted to have a family. I was 40 years old and thought maybe it wasn't going to be possible because of my age, and that I had to start over and find someone. And I mean, nowadays you don't need to. A lot of women are doing it solo. But back then, which was 7 years ago, it wasn't as, as a parent, it wasn't as, you didn't really see it that often, women going and having babies on their own. Single mom by choice was very rare. And so I kind of knew I didn't really want to do it on my own. And I went out of there just thinking, you know what, I'm going to just love life. I'm going to love life. I'm going to enjoy life. I know my self-worth, and I know that I will meet someone who will appreciate that. And if I'm meant to have kids, some way or another, I didn't know if that was having my own kids or like meeting someone that had kids and adopting down the line, whatever it was, I knew that I was going to be a mom. And sure enough, months later, I met someone and got pregnant. Not, it wasn't planned, but looking back at it now, I know that it was God's plan and the universe's plan. And I really do believe that all came into my life because I had done the work on myself. And even when I was in that 5-year relationship, I didn't feel secure. Like, I did not feel safe. I didn't feel grounded. I didn't trust him. I didn't think that I deserved, that kind of life and like that love. Looking back at it, I just really, it's just amazing that what I was thinking when I was in that relationship. And so now I know that why it wasn't meant to be. And, now why things are happening the way that they happened. And I really do believe it's because I, again, just really worked on that foundation. And it's a work in progress, I had to keep doing it and still doing it, So this is something that we just really started working on with our clients. And especially, the treatments that I do, because I'm Reiki certified, I will go in and do some Reiki and check to see which energy fields are closed off or unbalanced, and kind of talk them through that. And it's just kind of amazing when, you just bring something up and it automatically, with the clients, like they resonate with it and they're just like, yeah, that totally makes sense. And it just kind of opens your eyes as to, what kind of things they need to work on within themselves first. So I really do think this is an important part of your fertility journey, and something that a lot of women can benefit from just by doing different things like Reiki, or even just coming in for our Mercier therapy treatments and our coaching, because we do a lot of that coaching with the treatments. And we're also doing online coaching now too, for women that are too far away but can really benefit from just everything that we're teaching, and just implementing that into their daily lives to help improve the reproductive health. So I hope you found this, kind of inspiring, motivational. Reach out if you have any questions, especially if you do want to get some treatments. You can always go on our website, book a free consultation, and hopefully we will talk to you soon.